John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and today I have a video on my lockbacks from my collection. I just had a desire to pull out all my lockbacks and talk about them, and I would just kind of I think I'm just going to make this an open tag. Why not? And so if you have a channel and you want to show me your favorite lockbacks in your collection or all of your lockbacks, that would be awesome. I think lockbacks are just an awesome pattern and style of knife, model of knife, and I have several in my collection, as you can see here. I've got one missing, and I'll talk about that here at some point in the video. But let's start talking about these, and so we don't keep you forever. But the first one here is a cheap one. It is really a cheap one. It is an Ozark Trail. It's an Ozark Trail. It's got that faux stag kind of plastic handles, and this was, about a $5 or $6 knife. But I kind of like it. I like the shape of the blade and just the looks of it. And so I was in there one day and I just thought, oh, I'll pick that up. And it's a pretty sharp little knife. Ozark Trail knives are very inexpensive. Got a mystery steel. They're not a heavy duty knife. They've got some fit and finish issues, as you can see there. The lock kind of sinks down here and it's got some spaces, but it's kind of fun to collect them. So I got this one and just kind of stayed in the collection. So I thought I'd show it to you. The next one was kind of a freebie. Again, another inexpensive, real cheap knife. This is the O knife. I don't know if you can see that on the viewfinder there. Yucca. And this is it's got kind of a modified sheep's foot blade. It's a keychain knife, and it's a lockback. So a little locking keychain knife. And this came with, if you registered on O-Buy, which is related to Olight, the company, then you got this knife for the cost of shipping. So I thought, well, I'll try it out. And I've had it on my keychain with this Night Eyes carabiner. So that's the O knife. Yuck, I don't know what the steel is, but it's pretty cool for just a quick little knife to cut open some packages or whatever. The next one is a Pakistan made knife, and you can see that right there. That's a carbon steel blade that I forced a patina with vinegar, hot vinegar. And this is an old knife that is sort of a copy of a buck 55, kind of that buck 110 design or whatever. And but kind of a cool little knife. I've had this in the collection, and I've had this knife actually for quite a while, and then I rescued it from the garage from my toolbox for the collection because I just thought it was interesting. So one of those, just fake buck 110 design knives from Pakistan, but still a pretty cool knife. It gets screaming sharp, and so I like that. But it must have a lot of carbon in this blade because it patinaed up really nicely. So there's that one. And then these are all inexpensive knives, by the way. Then I have a 50T Bruin old timer, and this has got the new shield on it. You can see the new shield and the saw cut handles. And RJ's Knives just did a wonderful video on the Bruin family of knives, so you'd want to go check that out. And I'll probably link it down below. That's kind of what's inspired me to look at these. I watched that video and I'm like, I've got a lot of lockbacks. Not a lot of Bruin style knives, but a lot of lockbacks. I picked this up at Tractor Supply for about $9, and they have some heritage editions and some really nicer models of this. And I'm sure if you scoured eBay, you would maybe find a USA version. But this is just a really nice pocket dropper, really nice EDC knife. I had one before and I traded it off for some other knives, and I decided to pick one up again. The next one is a Rough Rider, and this is the Rough Rider 1978. It's made in China too. That's China made as well. This is China made. I'm pretty sure that probably is too. That O light, O knife, whatever it is. It doesn't really say on there. Anyway, so this is a 1978 brass handles. They got some nice patina on there. And this was a gift from Jersey Knife Guy, Pete. And I love this knife. I've got a little slip I keep it in, and just a great little lockback. So it's got the 440, I believe, 440 razor sharp steel. Yep. There you go. That nice fuller. Just really love the looks of that knife. That's a good little knife. The next one is a SOG Twitch 2. And it's more of maybe a mid-lock, but I'm going to count it as a back lock. It's got sisted opening in Aus-8 steel. It is a modern flipper, but a lockback. And it has this little lock back here to keep it from opening in your pocket. But this is just a cool little knife. It's got a little Randy's WSG bead on there and a little leather lanyard. That's one of his earlier beads. And so a little pocket clip. And this is a cool little knife. Very cool. Not very big. I think it may be a 2-inch blade, maybe. Something like that. SOG Twitch 2. Very popular. The next one is the Buck 112 Slim Select. And this is USA made. So is the SOG. It's USA made. This has got those really nice thin handles. Very light. The big old pocket clip, which some people don't like, but I do. But deep carry, and about a 3-inch blade, maybe just, I think it's right at 3 inches actually. Very good EDC knife. This is just awesome. Comes in all kinds of colors. And I've just got this green. I really like it. Really, really like it. Buck 112 Slim Select. I don't have a 110 in my collection, but I do have an LB7. This is a Schrade LB7 that I picked up when I was in high school. I've got the sheath in there. I didn't bring it out here. There's the Tang stamp. Somebody can date it for me. I think it's the late 70s, early 80s. So sorry, I should have looked it up, but it's very cool. 4-pin, looks like. Use the pins and the Tang stamp, I believe, to date it. But I think somebody told me one time it was late 70s, early 80s. I think early 80s. I want to say around 82, but just a beast of a knife. Just a beast of a lockback knife. So very cool. And the sheath and the knife and everything are just pristine. I haven't really used it. So that's not all of my lockbacks. There's one missing, and it's on its way to Buck Knives in Idaho, and that's the Buck 55. It's on its way to get a reblade and a spa treatment, and whenever I get it back, which will be weeks from now, I'm sure I'll do a video on that and just tell you all about my experience. But I sent it off today to Buck, which it's Monday when I'm filming this. So anyway, these are my lockbacks, channels out there. Knife guys, if you want to, and gals, if you want to show me your lockbacks, your favorite ones, that'd be awesome. Thank you all for watching.